My name is Leslie Carney, and I have a prediction for you. I predict that for a third of you in here, your lives are going to get better. And for the other third, your lives are going to stay the same. And unfortunately, for the last third, your lives are going to get worse. But what I cannot say with certainty is which one of the thirds you're going to fall into. But I know who can. You can. You can determine which third your life falls into. With a show of hands, how many of you want your lives to get better? That's what I thought. How many of you want your lives to stay the same? That's great. But is there anybody out there who want your life to get worse? I didn't think so. And that's exactly how I felt 13 years ago. I made a prediction that I wanted my life to get better. It was back in 2003. My son was 12 years old at the time, and he was diagnosed with a terrible brain disease. It's manageable, but it is not curable. Needless to say, I was in complete denial. And because of that, I took him for a second opinion at a well-known research hospital. After several hours of evaluations and tests, the doctors confirmed that yes, indeed, my son had schizophrenia. And they added one more thing that stuck with me. They said, a third of the individuals with this type of brain disease get better. A third of them stay the same. And a third of them get worse. And we can't tell you which third your son is going to be in. However, because he got sick at such a young age, his prognosis is not good. That was the last thing I heard before leaving their office. And it was the first thing I thought about when I got back into the car. We had a 3-hour drive back to our home. And for the first hour of it, I thought of nothing else. I played each one of those scenarios out. And I looked in the rearview mirror, and I could see him in the backseat of the van, just frailing away, tormented by the voices in his head. And I thought, oh my God, I can't imagine his life getting any worse, because it was pretty bad. And that ran through my head for I don't know how long, until I probably couldn't take that thought any longer. And then I thought, looking in the rearview mirror again, oh my God, what if he stays the same? What if it doesn't get any better than this? And this wasn't all that great either. But somewhere in the third hour, by the time I pulled into our driveway home, I had made the decision, or actually I made the proclamation, that you know what, he's going to be amongst the third that gets better. I didn't know what that was going to look like. I didn't even know how we were going to get there. I just made a decision because I could for him and decide that his life was going to get better. And I'm happy to say that 13 years later, my life, his life, our life is so much better. And I think that it can continue to get better. And my prediction for you is that I am sure that you will run across people either in your life or who will come into your life who will try and tell you what the outcome of your life should be like. There will be some who will want to label you, others who will want to put you in a box. There may be even some who will tell you that you will be successful. But none of that matters. None of it. The only thing that matters is what you tell yourself and what you do about it. You are the only one who can control the trajectory of your life. So I ask you, are you going to be amongst the third whose lives get better? Are you going to be amongst the third whose lives stay the same? Or are you going to be amongst the third whose lives get worse? You decide. Thank you.